Hello, I'm Jane. Thank you so much for taking the time and checking this out. I wanted to hop on here for a moment. So I tend to talk about a lot of the things, all things like ascension related and up leveling our vibe and all this other stuff. So, and then I just like tangent off, and then I don't know if I ever really, anyway, I do that. So thank you for your patience as I usually just hop on here on a whim and get it out with no like outline or anything like that. Like I don't like pre-write this stuff and say, okay, this is what I'm going to say. But I'm getting comfortable in my little crisscross applesauce. I'm sitting on a pillow. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk briefly about all these energies that are coming in with this Lionsgate portal. So August has tons of energy coming in. We all have we have a lot of energy coming in all the time, because I feel like as every person kind of wakes up, ascends, levels up their vibe, has a traumatic experience that they recover from, not that they go down into the muck and like stay in there, but literally recover from. Every time someone's third eye opens or the veil gets lifted off, yet another time, that's more energy that's coming in, because the energy that's here grounded and anchored is vibrating higher, right? So whatever we're vibing at is what we're attracting. So if we're here and more people are waking up or ascending, amplifying their vibration, their joy and their love and their peace and creativity and all those fun things, then we attract more of that into our life experience, but also into the realm of earth, right? So some of the cool things that I wanted to share that may be of service. Integrating these energies. So we have a traumatic experience. Okay, and trauma doesn't mean necessarily like, yeah, so I just got stabbed in the gut yesterday. Yeah, I get it, trauma, but like any trauma, it could be, you stubbed your toe and it was startling. Someone almost hit you in a parking lot. Startling. Anything that makes you go, duh, or evokes this like negative emotion. Anything that evokes the feelings of son of a bitch, anything like that is a trauma. It's a trigger. How we handle those triggers, those traumas, are what allows us to click up and ascend. Again, trauma happens if we just go, oh God, the relationship ended, it's awful, and just sit in that. We don't ascend. It's when we can feel that, oh God, this hurts, I can't wait for this to be over because that means something better is coming along. That's where the ascension is, okay? That's when we have more spiritual awakenings. That's when more layers of the third eye open. That's when more, I feel like that's where the pineal gland starts to become more of a honed machine in the center of our brain, so that whatever the reality is that we're now perceiving, because when we see it through the lens of, oh, something better is coming, then that's the reality that we create. Literally, the luminosity energy that shoots out of our pineal gland is what will manifest the reality in which we live and then see and have the experience as. So there's a lot of information coming in, so I'm just sharing it quickly. I hope you like this. If so, click the button with a thumb. Boop, boop. You can also share this and subscribe. What fancy YouTube business. Anyway, so as more of us are then creating these realities or having these experiences that are not so good, and I'll just share one that I had like last night. So I get home at the same time of both of my housemates, which, I've been staying in, I've rented out basically my whole house. So I've been sleeping in a tent. It got really hot here because I live in the South, so I've been sleeping on my sofa for 2 months. Luckily, the sofa is just as wide as me, so I get to sleep like this. It's all good. Anyway, one of them's moving out tomorrow, and the other one's moving out at the 15th, and I'm so excited. Yeah! Celebration. That was a side note. Anyway, so I get home last night. We had a huge, crazy storm here. I apparently missed it because I was coming back from the Whitewater Center, which I love that place. Anyway, so earlier yesterday, I had to go into my bedroom to get some things out to get ready for this trip that I'm getting ready to take. And I'm like, why is there a swarm of fruit flies? Oh, because the 44-year-old housemate decided to leave rotten fruit in the bedroom because he likes to hoard and hide all of his things in the bedroom. So apparently bananas, after they reach a certain point of rot, they actually turn liquid and ferment, and it stinks. Kind of like a vinegar, but it's like if vinegar and vomit had a baby. Because that's what you want to walk into your bedroom and smell. That and a whole bunch of fruit flies. Boy, howdy. Anyway, and so all that to say, it triggered me. Like, it triggered feelings of frustration, of super sadness, because like literally all these fruit bats are flying around, like hundreds of them, and I'm like trying to kill them with my hands while saying, I am so sorry because I don't want them to necessarily die by my hands. Ugh. Doesn't feel good to my heart. But I also didn't want to be like, hey, yeah, have babies and be free, right? Anyway, so I'm killing them, and I'm feeling like anger at this housemate and his, what I consider to be lack of common sense. And this may be me being judgmental. Like, I get it, he probably forgot about this, just like he forgot about the pineapple that was in there rotting that I found. Anyway, so it triggered all of these emotions in me: frustration, anger, sadness, the confusing feeling of like, oh God, I can't get them all. How do I get them out? I need to, like, just all these emotions. And I get it, it's not that big of a deal, but this is just my story from yesterday. So he got home, we all got home at the same time, and I had a discussion with him about it. And that's always a really fun experience when people are easily defensive at requests. Like, hey, if you could just like not put food in there, can you like keep food in the kitchen area? I just appreciate that. Oh, but I'm defensive. And then it's like, okay, that's another trigger. And then last night we had no power, big storm. And so he's like continually getting in and out of the refrigerator. And I was like, hey dude, like if you could not do that, that'd be great. And then he got really defensive, and he was like, well, do you just want me to leave my stuff out? And I was like, whatever, like just, you know, like I'm not going to engage in that. Until I wake up this morning and realize that he actually left meat and cheese on the counter all night. Which apparently, hey, fruit flies apparently like lunch meat and like weird cut cheese. Lessons that I get to learn. But the point is, during all of that triggering, I'm like texting a friend of mine with all these Bitmojis, because y'all, I just learned about this Bitmoji business. That shit's hilarious. And I'm sending him all these Bitmojis of like me like pulling out a sword and like, I'm going to get this man. I'm not, but it was funny, and I'm like laughing about it. So at the same time, instead of me just like stewing and steaming and getting more angry and frustrated that this human is doing these things that I don't want him to do in my home, I just want to kick him out of the house, but he's already paid up for the next couple of weeks. I don't want to pay him, but I don't even care. I'll fucking pay him to leave my house, and just, and so it was like those thoughts would come in, and I'd be like, y'all, this is just funny. Bitmoji. And it wasn't that I was evading the feelings, because I was still feeling them. I didn't let them take me down. I added to them in joy and in light. So that happened. So because this is what I feel, because of that, because of my ability to transmute the trigger, right? And not sit into it and be in it and be like, I'm just going to be the experience. But I was like outside looking and be like, oh, look at that experience. I get to witness it. I get that Jane's in here having it. But it was like bigger me was out here looking at the experience. And like, that shit's funny, y'all. It's like a bunch of fruit flies floating around in here, and this little leprechaun man and Jane being like trying to kill all the flies, and wah, I get to leave. Yay, I got new cabinets. Like, whatever, because that's what he did while he stayed here. Anyway. So because this is again what I feel, because I got to witness the experience in laughter and joy and still feeling frustration and anger, that I transmuted it and then I got to ascend. Almost like a little heart. Boop, boop. But it was literally like I got to flip up a level. So today I'm having these amazing experiences. I feel fantastic. My energy level is higher than it's been in days. Not that I was having low energy, but in contrast, and maybe there's a big energy wave today and I'm just feeling it and I'm just giving reasons why. It doesn't matter. Worst case scenario is that I'm wrong and you still get to transmute energy and up level from it. So there's that. But because I shifted that, I feel like that's where I get to now have these even better experiences and finding more light in situations, and I'm laughing more and I'm seeing more people, and all of these other good things are starting to come because, like I started off sharing, if we're vibrating higher, universe will give us more higher vibrational energy to reflect what we're feeling at. I think that made sense, what we're feeling at. I know it's a preposition. Anyway. So part of all of this is integrating all of the energies that are coming in. So much heart energy is coming in, it gets to clear out the areas that would be mucking up our heart song. If we have old fears, old trust issues, unworthiness issues, judgments, stagnations, right? Any of these fears and things in the way of our heart, our divine center, the energy that's coming in is kind of a match to this to kind of clear out the stuff so that this can go, right? So, yay. So like, how the hell do we do that? Because we're having this human experience as a spiritual being, right? So like I can be like, yeah, I'm sitting under a tree, I'm Buddha, I can meditate all day, it feels so good. Well, and then I have to go and like get gas in the car and go buy groceries and have mortgage to pay and have a jobby job and like all of these human things, and I want to be in a relationship. We're still human. So that's why I share all this stuff. It's like literally integrating our higher self with cosmic intelligence into the human experience as we move into a reality that we've never had before, in a whole brand new set of rules that we are consciously creating, right? Like rules that are aligned with being of service to all beings everywhere, contributing to the world in a positive manner, you know, new rules that are in love and in unity, like unity consciousness. Like that to me is the new reality. But we get to integrate all this stuff, and to integrate it, we have this body, this mind, and this spirit. So okay, so check this. So I'm having this event on the 15th, random, full moon too, lots of energy, but I'm calling it BDSM squared, because the M is squared, there are two M's. It's not like BDSM squared, it's BDSM squared, because we're doing breath discussion, sound meditation, and movement to integrate all of the energies that are coming in, to integrate our higher self into the human experience. It's like integrating a yoga practice so that when you get off the yoga mat, you can still live in that space, in the mindset, in the feeling of flexibility and ease and transition, in peace, but also in creativity and through discussion and active participation in this life. So as these energies are coming in, especially this month, y'all, one, be easy with it. Don't judge. I'm not telling you what to do, but you may not want to judge the shit that's coming up, but like looking at it like, oh, fruit flies, clusterfuck of shit I don't want. Okay, how can I grow from here? It's a gift. Don't know how, don't know where, don't know why I'm receiving it, but it is. Gratitude, everything's a gift to me. So integrating these energies through the words that we speak, right? If I'm just sharing the experience from a victim mentality or a martyr mentality or bully mentality or of a super defensive or offended space, then I'm not keeping the energy from coming in. However, it's like I'm keeping the energy from like fully integrating and activating all these heart light codes so that my heart can be like Shazam, right? So being very mindful of what words am I using and how are we creating the new stories? Because we've all had this old story of before all this and now has been happening. So we've all been speaking the story of the stories previous to now. And we don't necessarily want to keep that shit in our reality. So we get to create anew. And that's part of the sound we're making and all this other stuff because we're so multifaceted. Like we are not one-sided. We don't get to up level and ascend and be like, oh great, everything is easy. It's like, oh, this cup is full. Now this cup gets to be more full. I didn't realize that my words weren't congruent with my actions. Or my thoughts are in line, but my words don't really reflect that. And my actions are definitely out of whack. But they were all even for a minute. And then I had this trauma, this event happen, this energy wave come in, and it made my actions be different, or it made my thoughts be different, or my words got different. Something shifted. And so we have this huge movement of energy where we're like juggling all of these facets of us. So we get to continually be mindful of what is full, what gets to be filled, right? And that's what I want to be of, that's what I'm of service. That's like my intention and purpose is to be of service, to integrate whatever energy, whatever cup needs to be full so that we can maintain this easy life, this easier ascension process. And August is a great month for this, y'all. For real, though. For real. So, if you're in the Queen City area, you should definitely check out my event. You can, if there's any Ascension support you want. If you're like, my thoughts are right, but I keep eating Twinkies every single night. So apparently my actions aren't congruent with my higher self because I really probably wouldn't be eating a box of chemical Twinkies every single night, right? Or, I practice yoga every day and I'm really good. I can do 80,000 chaturangas and I can do all the things. But when I'm at home, I'm kind of a bitch to my partner. Like having that outside perspective, right, of the experience so that you're not like, I am the experience. No, I get to witness it. Then we can see what areas of our life can be more balanced. And I feel like the energies that are coming in with this big portal in August, like, plus Venus just did this like flip-flop thing, and that's very interesting, y'all. Anyway, we get to see these things if we choose. And as I'm sharing this, if you're like, I don't want to change, I'm good. Perfect. Please don't change. Like, I'm not saying anyone has to change or do anything they don't want to do. But if at any point you're looking at your life and you have this outsider perspective, like your higher self is looking at your life and you see that things aren't working as well as you want them to, then I got you. I got your back. I want you to live from your heart. I want you to live from your heart. If I go to my grave knowing that the more of humanity followed their heart, and if there were any way possible that I had any way that I could have been of inspiration, then I know that my life was worth living. So please follow your heart. Please take a moment and just look outside of yourself and not judgmentally, but see what areas are full and what areas aren't full. And not, again, from a space of judgment, like, oh my God, I'm so stupid because I don't have my actions right. Well, saying I'm stupid, your thoughts are out of whack. You're not in your higher self's mindset. That's not your heart. Your heart doesn't say you're an idiot. Your heart says, I love you. You're perfect. You're whole. You're complete. You forgot, you ego. You conditioned human. You just need to be reprogrammed. Hello, neural pathways. We have this plasticity. We can do this, y'all. So anyway, I just wanted to hop on here and share all of that. We're so multifaceted. A lot of energies are coming in. lots of different aspects of this one contained unit-ish are shifting, and we get to find a balance, and we get to create this future consciously and write the story of a new reality that we're stepping into from this area. No longer from this I have to, I need to, I should, fear, lack, judgment, stagnation mentality. We don't have to do that anymore. So the energies that are coming in are starting to really activate the heart. And I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot more of that. I feel like August is just a big one. So I hope that it's finding everyone in peace and in joy and in excitement and eagerness for what's to come. Lots of changes, a lot of changes, and just a reminder that it's all good. It's all good. So I hope everyone is enjoying their day, enjoying their now, enjoying whatever traumatic craziness that we get to go through as an observer, and maybe remembering that those that are causing us these traumas or frustrations are just another aspect of us. Another body, another timeline of us. Like, they're another version of us, and they're here to let us learn something or to grow a little bit more from, and to be a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more kind, and a little bit more creative in perhaps how we share things like, hey, don't flush Q-tips down the toilet. Instead of just assuming that people know these things. Don't make assumptions. 4 Agreements, great book, recommend. Anyway, thank you for taking the time and checking this out. I hope that you have a marvelous rest of your nows, and I will probably see you from the travels. So have a really good day. Okay, bye.